Welcome to or welcome back to my channel for another reading. For this reading, what we're going to do is we're going to cover what you can expect for the rest of the month. This won't be a pick a card reading, but we will take a look at all of these decks to see the messages that are coming through. So I'm just going to go ahead and clear these off to the side, and I will be back momentarily. Okay, so for the rest of the month, let's go ahead and see what the tarot has to say. I'm very excited. I spent a lot of time looking at new decks online. It's so funny because I have so many decks from throughout the years and reading for other people, but I just thought I would treat myself to several more, really, so that we can get into a bunch of different topics on here. There we go. I'm just going to shuffle this deck one more time. This is a vintage style tarot deck, but the original, it hasn't really been broken in yet. So it's a good thing I got myself a bunch of other tarot decks. Okay, let's go ahead and see what is in store for you over the next few weeks, really. Okay. Okay, amazing. Six of Wands. Ooh, we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands. Oopsies, this one really wants to come out. We have the Queen of Cups. We're not going to take reversals today. And we have this additional card. Okay, and I'm just being asked to stop there. So let's take a look at what we have. I'm also hearing that this is going to cover the first half of the next month, or the month that you're currently in. So when we see the Six of Wands, we're really addressing a moment of victory. And this really, I'm hearing right off the top, like a personal victory. This could also relate to business. It could relate to relationships. But you'll want to really consider or just take in a personal victory this month. Now is the time to pause and look back at how far you have come. I know, especially for myself, I'm always ready for the next thing, the next phase, the next project. What can I do next? And I really have to slow down sometimes and just remind myself to look back and take into consideration and really take stock at how far I've just come in general. When you do that, this is really going to spark your imagination. It's really going to infuse your mental clarity with some new ideas, with ways that you can move forward. It's almost as if we're being asked to just pause and take stock at how far we've come in order to clearly see where it is we want to go. And when this happens, it's going to happen very quickly. The Eight of Wands is all about fast movement. So I'm just hearing that maybe there's some personal projects that you've been wanting to focus on, personal projects that maybe you've started and stopped and now you want to move forward with them again. This is all very exciting. The Queen of Cups and this card right here is really speaking to like a nurturing energy that's around you. This could be a mother figure, a grandmother, or just a really good friend. I'm just pausing here because this is really catching my eye. Oh, they're little doves. They're little peace doves. I love that. The thing that's coming to me is that scene in Home Alone where Kevin is in the store and there's these two peace doves that are gifted to him, and then he gives them to the woman that he finds in the park. There is a beautiful nurturing energy around you. And if you're having difficulty placing this, because I almost feel like I'm having difficulty placing this might not be an energy in physical form that's around you, but more so an energy of angelic sense, or maybe a loved one that's passed and is surrounding you with their energy at this time. Moving on to these, amazing. So you have the Fool, we have the King of Wands, This is such an incredible month. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, wonderful. So once you take stock and once you think of new ideas and new ways to push forward, to move forward, everything is going to happen really quickly. It's almost as if you need to make decisions now to, to solidify how fast things move in the future for you. And I'm also hearing in the very near future. It's nice that maybe you have given yourself a buffer of quite some time, but what I'm really picking up on is things are going to happen a lot quicker for you than initially anticipated. This new venture is really, really exciting. And what I love about the Fool is he carries all of the tools in his satchel here and all of the passion that he could ask for in terms of moving forward with energy, with loyal energy surrounding him, and with a lot of invigoration. If you think about the sun and what the sun does to our energy is it really warms us up and gives us the strength and power to move forward. Now, with the King of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, this is really speaking to, for myself, like the masculine energy or the masculine side that we all hold. So expect yourself to be able to solidify a lot of structure and a lot of foundational sense with the Knight of Pentacles. This could be in terms of making new financial moves in your life, collecting more financial gain, and then also the King of Wands, like really having that solidified masculine passion towards whatever it is you're working on. This is really with your personal victories. I'm also seeing just a lot of passion and a lot of possibly work-related victories. Now, this could be personal work that you're doing in your own growth, in your own spiritual ventures, but we could also be focusing on and seeing personal victories in terms of your material goods, in terms of the physical world and what it is you're manifesting physically. Okay, wonderful. So let's move on now to the Akashic Records deck. This is a very exciting month, and it's so interesting because at the time I'm recording this, it's near the end of summer. We really are in fall, and I'm really sensing, I'm really sensing that there's still like this invigorating energy that surrounds you at this time, like the energy of the summertime. We have in Crescent Moon, 6 of Keys. We have the 5 of Keys, wishes fulfilled. We have the 6 of Roses, the War of the Roses. And we have the Divine Physician. Before I open up the guidebook, the Divine Physician is really speaking to a moment right now where healing on all levels, on your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual planes are coming to. You can see here the cherry blossoms in bloom and a lot of divine support surrounding this divine physician. And to me, this depicts like Jesus. So maybe now is a time to start digging into prayer a little bit more, to have a little bit more time for introspection, for asking questions. Now, prayer is all about voicing what it is we're curious about, or our desires, or what it is we need to get off of our chest. And then when we sit in meditation, we clear the mind as much as possible in order to receive that divine guidance, the divine answers that we're seeking for. If that is from our angels, from our higher self, from Jesus. Now down here, the Crescent Moon and the wishes fulfilled. I love that the wishes fulfilled came right beside the Knight of Pentacles. So if you're curious or if you're wondering about maybe moves that you want to make in the physical world, if that's in your business, or even if it's in your relationships, if it's romantic or with your friendships, maybe even family members, you're going to have a lot of abundance filling your life at this time. Over here, we see the windows incredibly open. You can see into the horizon. You can see very far in front of you. And then, of course, all of this abundance that fills the table and fills the cupboards here, and then even under the table. It's like what this card is communicating is your wishes will be so fulfilled that your life will be more abundant than you could have ever imagined. I'm going to read the book for the increscent moon. I just need to find, there's our forces, our keys. Wonderful. Okay, I'm going to throw on some glasses. And I'm hearing the next page. So the Akashic Force message here is, close your eyes and tap into the increscent moon's power. Feel the flow of energy, receptivity, and opportunity swell within you. Know that you can bring this force to whatever you wish to increase. How would you like to direct this energy now? So what this is telling us is whatever it is your heart desires, whatever wish you've had, whatever it is you've wanted to call in, now is the time to get really clear, to sit down. I believe he's sitting down. He is writing. He is scribing. So, oh, and it is the time of the crescent moon. Just the other night, I was like, oh, hello, beautiful Cressy. So write down right now specifics, I want to say. Specifics to what it is you would like to call into your life and where it is you would like the trajectory of your life to go. Now is the time to set things in stone and to just hold on to that faith and that trust that whatever it is you do wish for is going to come to you, and with ease. This is all about calling in a new journey of reinvigorating the wishes and the desires that maybe you once had previously, but possibly put on pause. Right now, it's this zero, and even like what the sun does and the full moon, it's like your dreams they come from infinity. It's like your desires come to you because you have the power to fulfill them. It's an infinite going on and an infinite communication within you that just says, if this excites you, if this is something that you want, you can have it. If it is something that you're really supposed to have, the indicators and the messages inside of you won't rest until you go after it. Let's just go ahead and read what the War of Roses have to say. Another 6 again. Ooh, and another 6 here. So 6, 6, and 6. Okay, wonderful. Next page for this. So the Akashic Force message here is, close your eyes and see or sense a person with whom you have a type of relationship. It can be any relationship that's happening in your life. Imagine that person handing you a rose. Is the rose vibrant or wilted, large or small, bright or dark, happy or sad? What message do you receive from the rose? Okay, so instantly I am receiving a message that, okay, this is a lot just came flooding in, so bear with me. Let's start here. When it comes to specific relationships, an exercise that I recommend to clients or just friends in passing is when you meet someone new, or when you're trying to feel into or clairvoyantly see into the dynamic of the relationship, I always suggest bringing your soul through the blanket test. And what this is getting quiet and just sitting with yourself and asking your higher self, if this person was a blanket, what type of blanket would they be? And next, what happens is you end up seeing a specific blanket, or the memory or the thought of a certain blanket that you've come across, and you'll end up knowing or end up getting a very clear idea of the type of relationship that's coming to you. The other thing that was just rising up in the message here is when it comes to a specific goal that you have or a specific outcome that you would like, sometimes it isn't uncommon for the ego to want to direct us. So, we could be scrolling on social media and we could see someone having something and think to ourselves, well, I want that too. Like, whoa, what a dream. That looks so amazing. Think about that thing and ask, like, if it was a rose, what type of rose would it be? And it could be really simple for us to see, well, is that rose wilted and dry? Is it dark and brown? Or is it really vibrant and red? And the vision you receive or the feeling you have is really going to help navigate you in the proper direction. Maybe there's a piece of the puzzle that you want to bring forward. Maybe there's something you do want to manifest, but you don't really have all of the pieces you need in one area. Maybe there's something that you can just expand on a little bit. And so asking about the rose test, or maybe even the blanket test, you could put I'm hearing like a timeline on things. So will I find success in this area in my life in the next month, and then you'll receive an answer. And then you can ask in the next 2 months or in the next 3 months. I think primarily what this card is really communicating right now is you can tap into your intuition and receive so many answers yourself when it comes to specific relationships in your life or certain paths that you want to carve out in front of you. Don't underestimate the power of your own intuition. It's just a matter of asking the questions that you need to ask. Okay, wonderful. Next, we're going to go to the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck. And I would love to hear if you do the blanket test or if you do the rose test on the spot, just comment down below and I would love to hear what comes up for you and how you feel it communicates through you. We have purification, community, and taking risks. Okay. The messages that I'm picking up on here, I mean, the cards are absolutely beautiful. But what I'm gathering is now is the time to just purify yourself and purify your surroundings. And what I mean by this is really taking stock and really working through the types of relationships that are around you and considering the types of relationships that you want to bring closer to you moving forward. Remembering that now is the time to manifest and now is the time to receive your clear answers over here with the Ace of Swords, and really fast movement is going to happen all around you. So this isn't only about personal victory with what you've succeeded for yourself, but now we're talking about finding victory in the community that surrounds you, in the friends that you call in, the relationships that you call in. You might be asking yourself like how you can take risks. If someone is, if you've noticed that someone in your close circle, if their values aren't matching your values, and maybe you've been friends with them for quite some time, but you've just noticed a little bit more distance coming between you and them, now could be the time to just take a risk and take a step back and go within a little bit more than projecting outwards or asking for the opinions of other people and other friends in your life. I'm just watching you like sitting and journaling and allowing for your own inner thoughts and inner dialogue to land on paper so that you can review it with your higher self once you're done writing. It's a very cleansing time. And especially here with our divine physician, our purification, I'm seeing a lot of like DNA downloads happening for you at this time, and just a clearing and a cleansing of anything that doesn't serve you, anything that you've learned from, that you've grown from, anything that has, or rather that is ready to be healed. What else is happening here? Okay, wonderful. So I'm just hearing nothing else from there, but let's go ahead and see what the Wisdom of Light deck has to say. I've been saying in a couple of recent videos that I'm absolutely determined to sit and record readings on camera. It's one thing to sit with clients one-on-one and do readings with them. And then it's a bit of an adjustment doing readings on camera. So thank you for bearing with me with my frame and how everything is working out. And I am excited for you to subscribe and to come back, because I know that lots and lots and lots of great stuff is going to come through. Okay, so our first card here is Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle. This is so confirming with everything that has been discussed so far in this reading, with just like this overall healing. And then also like this rainbow energy too. Anytime I see rainbows, I think of like eternal and everlasting healing within the chakra system and within the energy. Next, we have Share Your Voice, Come Out of the Cave, Persecution, Expression. So this then confirms like just writing everything out, journaling. I was talking to a great friend of mine, and she needed to have a pretty big conversation with someone. And the advice that came through was to sit down and to map out the thoughts, to map out the important points that are necessary to bring up in the conversation. It's advice that my mom has given me for years, just getting really clear and then knowing the importance of cutting out all of the excess. Sometimes things need to be explained thoroughly, but other times, especially when you only have such a window with someone, it's important to just like cut the fat and get to the meat, if that makes sense. Sharing your voice and really speaking up and owning your opinion and really letting other people know like how you feel and how you think is going to help propel you in moving forward. I'm also just being brought back here to this nurturing energy, and you can really lean on this beautiful friend of yours, or if it's your higher self or angelic guidance or your spiritual guidance, lean into this relationship, into this energy, so that you feel secure and you feel powerful and you feel important enough to share what it is on your mind. Sometimes fear and worry about judgment and what other people may think can hold us back, but now is the time to really step into your divine light and to allow yourself to take risks in expressing exactly what it is you would like to share. Lastly, we have Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. What it is you have to share could very well be helping other people along their path, and what it is that they need to hear in order to move through life or to move through to the next step. I'm seeing you being quite a beautiful leader in your friends group, in being a really strong listener, but then also communicator. And if this is something that you're unfamiliar with sharing your voice, with speaking up, especially on matters that you know you have an opinion on, I'm seeing right now that this, what is it? Like the plate over your mouth, the thing that is clasping your mouth shut, is being taken off and removed. And I know that this reading is for the next month, but this healing, in healing your voice, in healing the sense you have and the confidence you'll gain in sharing your voice, this is going to take place over the next 2 to 3 months, I'm seeing. But you're going to notice quite a few shifts this month in particular, and just writing things out is really going to help speed that healing process along. I'm going to pull a couple of charms to finish this reading off. Okay, beautiful. So we have the palm tree here. This reminds us to keep in balance. And we have our triangle. If you listened to yesterday's reading, in a part of the reading, I talked about the non-negotiable triangle and just figuring out values and figuring out what it is you value in the different relationships you have in your life. And the non-negotiables sit up here, and that is considering your values and really honoring yourself and thinking to yourself, if this value isn't being met or matched by this specific person or these specific people in my life, then I need to take a risk. I need to step away. I need to surround myself with different people. Next, what is this? We have the octopus. This is so funny because yesterday there was a monkey. There was a little monkey charm on the plate, and I kept thinking it was an octopus. Okay, so what is the octopus communicating to us right now? I know that the octopus has more than one heart. I believe it has 3 hearts. I could be entirely wrong, and feel free to correct me down below in the comments. But right now is a month of heart-centered activity. The other thing that's coming to me with the octopus is the ability it has to really morph and shapeshift into the background, into the surroundings. So this month, a month of healing, a month of complete regeneration, is going to be a month to kind of take a step back and to just allow for that healing to take place, allow for the healing to happen through your journaling, through prayer, through moments of meditation. And then in the following month, you're really going to stand out from the crowd. Next, we have a snowflake, and this is bringing us to winter. And when we think about winter, we think about really just being quiet, being in that state of reflection and of like just darkness, really tuning into our intuition, not having so much action around us, which, considering what was happening down here with the energy through the tarot, we noticed a lot of reinvigoration, a lot of new movement going forward, and passionate movement at that. And I think what's going to happen, of course, is you're going to find a really nice balance between that invigoration and that quiet time to pull in the healing. We have the moon, and the kitten, which also speaks Oh, and they're both black. That's amazing, which also speaks to keeping in flow with intuition, keeping in that flow state, that intuitive state. I'm also being called to just mention like our intuitive side, or our more feminine side, is related to the left side of the body, where the masculine side is related to the right hand side of the body. And wow, I actually love that the moon and the cat were placed beside the palm tree here, because the palm tree does really symbolize that balance, balancing between the masculine passion and invigoration in combination with that intuition. Not sure what this is, but it just looks like a really pretty charm, almost like an earring. We have a heartache. Oh, and we have a bunny. Okay, so we have also the butterfly for transformation, and just a really nice white. Oh, this looks like a moon. And we have lightning. So a lot of transformation this month, a lot of healing transformation. We have the carrot coming up again, which is hilarious because it came up on the plate yesterday, and I meant to look up the meaning of carrot yesterday, but I didn't. Okay, so if you have felt a lot of heartache, or a lot of emotional imbalance, or maybe a lack of passion, this beside the bunny tells us that it's going to be a lucky month, almost like your dreams are going to get another boost, a boost of power. And you're going to feel again like I'm hearing like reborn with your dreams, reborn with passion. Beautiful. Okay, there you have it. That is your reading for the month ahead. Thank you so much for joining me. It was an absolute pleasure. I know that the channel is new, and I also know that the channel is just going to keep on growing. So I thank you very much, from my heart to yours, for subscribing and commenting and keeping in touch. It would be an absolute pleasure hearing from you. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again tomorrow.